Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to our stories and messages. My name is Zineb El Rhazoui. I come from Paris. I was born 34 years ago in Morocco to a Moroccan father and a French mother. And I am a journalist at Charlie Hebdo. Actually, I should say former journalist at Charlie Hebdo, as I announced 2 weeks ago that I was leaving the newspaper. This is Charb, our former director. He was killed the 7th of January 2015, and he had a fatwa on him by Al-Qaeda. He has in his hands a work that we made together, a book about the Prophet's life called La Vie de Mahomet, Muhammad's life. I wrote that book only from Sira sources, I mean from Islamic sources, and he cartooned it. He was killed also because of that work, because you cannot depict the Prophet officially. These are the Kouachi brothers, the 7th of January 2015 in Paris, who killed almost half of our team and also other people, other visitors who were in the building. Yeah, these are my colleagues and the other victims. This is Ahmed, one policeman killed. This is Charb, Kabu, Wolensky. Yeah, all of them have been killed because Charlie Hebdo was depicting the Prophet and was accused of Islamophobia. After the terrorist attacks in Charlie Hebdo, I spoke in several Arab medias. I speak Arabic, you know. I grew up in Morocco, studied in Arabic. I was also teaching Arabic in the university in Egypt. So I have, I think, better Arabic than the Kouachi brothers and than most of the terrorists who joined ISIS. This is me speaking to an Arabic German channel, Deutsche Welle. And here you have hashtag in Arabic saying that it is an obligation for every Muslim to kill me. Actually, since the terrorist attacks, I have many fatwas on me. The first one was published in February. It was a video by a group calling itself the Anonymous Islamic Youth, saying that I will be killed soon. They didn't say when, but it seems to be soon. And after that, they published 2 hashtags in Twitter. The first hashtag saying obligation to kill Zing El Rhazoui to avenge the Prophet. And the second one says locate Zineb El Rhazoui to kill her. Since that time, I live under a very heavy police protection. The French media call me the most protected woman in France. And I say hi, by the way, to the guys who are protecting me and tell them thank you for their professionalism. So all that because of a cartoon, you know. The Prophet, anyway, it's a metaphor. We don't know if he had this face. Does it really change things if we put a question mark instead of this image? Saying, je suis Charlie, with a tear in his eyes, saying, tout est pardonné, all is forgiven. But even if you depict him this way, you deserve death. Actually, I studied Islam, and I know no single verses in Quran forbidden to depict the Prophet or anyone else. But there is a tradition in the Sunni Islam saying that if you depict him, you deserve that. But yeah, these are the 2 books we published with Charb. Yeah, here, for instance, you have an image of the Prophet made by the Shia tradition. The Shia, they depict the Prophet without no problem. Anyway, whether it is permitted or not to depict him, I think no one deserves death because he uses his pen. Yeah. Now I want to talk about those people. Those people, many people don't know them. Those people, I have a lot to share with them. Actually, they are all Muslim-born intellectuals who were secular, free-thinkers, atheists, and who tried to struggle for free thinking in Islam. They tried to struggle for a secular society and to struggle against the Islamic theocracies we were all born in. Here you have Boualam Sansal, Algerian writer, Faraj Fouda, Egyptian writer, killed in '94, Kamal Daoud, Algerian writer. Here you have Nahid Khattar, killed few days ago in Jordan, Nawal al-Sa'dawi, Egyptian feminist, Raif Badawi, condemned to be whipped in Saudi Arabia, Walid al-Husseini, jailed in the Palestinian territories in the West Bank. Taslima Nasreen, she is from Bangladesh also, and she has fatwas on her. Sheikh Mohammed Ould Mkhitir, he's a Mauritanian blogger, legally sentenced to death because he criticized Islam. And here, of course, you have Salman Rushdie. He is maybe the oldest case. All those people, actually, do they really deserve death? Are they Islamophobes, as now this accusation is used against everyone? You know, when the terrorist attacks of Charlie happened, many people said, oh, they deserve it. They looked for it. Many people were telling us, no, just don't do it, please, because they will kill you. But at this time, we were saying, you know, those who want to kill us in Paris, they kill in other places of the world because you drank a beer, because you are gay, because you are not covering your hair, because you are just here, because you are Jewish or Christian. So it's not a question of depicting the prophet or insulting their religion or being Islamophobic. No, it's a question of imposing their ideology. Okay? And this is the proof of it. This is the Stade de France in Paris, the 13th of November. You know, they attacked civilians in the stadium. This is the Bataclan, the theater in Paris, where they killed almost 80 people. It was a real massacre, by the way. Le Carillon, the cafe, where they killed people who were having cafes or coffees, or beers. Yeah. This is Nice, this summer, the 14th of July. They killed children who were in the Promenade des Anglais watching fireworks, you know. And this is the church when they cut the throat of that poor priest who maybe thought he was praying the same God as them. Yeah, this is what they want. Actually, I want now to talk about Islamophobia. With all these terrorist attacks in France, targeting anyone, we have the proof that they are not attacking people because of what they did, but only because of what they are. They are attacking our civilization, our freedom. They're attacking a country. They're attacking anyone who is not sharing this ideology with them. Islamophobia doesn't exist in the Muslim world. All the Arab intellectual, the Muslim-born intellectuals I have shown you, they were not accused of Islamophobia. This accusation doesn't exist where Islam rules the state, because there is another accusation. It's a blasphemy, apostasy. If you say the same thing that you are accused to be Islamophobic for in the Western countries, if you say that same thing in the Muslim countries, you are not an Islamophobe, you are an apostate, you are enemy of the religion, and you deserve to be whipped or to be jailed or to be killed. Okay? So Islamophobia is an intellectual imposture. It's a tool used by the fundamentalists to shut the mouths of those who criticize their religion. As in the West, they don't have a legal tool to shut our mouths. Criticizing any ideology is a right. They know that, but they want to find a way to shut our mouths because they cannot jail us, they cannot kill us, and they cannot prove to us that their ideology is really an ideology of peace and love. So I want to say that this ideology who kills, many people are still looking for the reasons of terrorism in the social conditions, in the foreign policies, poverty, etc. Did we forget that those who did the 11th of September in the United States were engineers? They were rich people. Did we forget that the countries who finance this ideology in the world are among the richest people in the world? Arabia, Saudi, and Qatar. So we don't become terrorists because we are poor. We become terrorists because we share an ideology. And this ideology is a fascism. It has all the characteristics of a fascism. It wants to impose a uniform, impose a language, impose a style of life, make the women disappear, and kill anything which is different, okay? So don't think, please, that when you criticize this ideology, you are racist. No, you are not. Because there is people in the Muslim world who think the same as you, who share the universal values of freedom. And those people, no one defends them. No one helps them. When you defend the right to those people to impose their ideology, actually you are helping our oppressors. You are helping the oppressors of our freedom and also of your freedom, okay? So please understand that racism is saying, okay, we as Westerners, we are for equality between men and women. We are for sexual rights. We are for freedom. But we will let those people do it differently, you know, it's their culture. This is exactly racism. This is the definition of racism. So please, if you are really anti-racist, believe that this doesn't represent a culture, it represents a fascism. And we must name that fascism by its name if we want to get rid of it. We will not get rid of terrorism if we consider it as a common law crime. It's a crime committed by an ideology. And please, as Democrats, as people who love freedom, think about those people. Those are only examples. There is several of them. Those who are still alive are still fighting. They are not as lucky as I am to be French and to be protected. They have no protection. They risk their lives to defend the same values as the West, because those values are not Western, they are universal. And anti-racism, the real anti-racism, is the fact to fight for the university of rights and duties and not to defend what is different, not to defend a society built with many different communities having different rights. This is not anti-racism. Anti-racism is a struggle for universalism, and please always remember that in the Muslim world, there is people like that, and that people, they deserve your help, and that people are the proof that when you criticize Islamic fascism, you are not racist, you are just someone who defends freedom. I think my time is over, so thank you very much for listening to me.